Last week, you guys searched the rec center after you guys had eliminated the sorry, I'm distracted. Last time you guys searched the rec center after you guys had sort of eliminated all of the Vanguard presence there, found some stuff that allowed you to translate, for a lack of a better word, the ledger that you had found in the truck, in Frank's truck. Gave you an indication that it was giving you dates and numbers and just basically a record keeping of all of the smuggling operation and all the kickbacks that Sullivan had been getting from this smuggling operation. And also allowed you to decipher what the turnaround time was from signaling the smugglers to actually being picked up, and you determined that it was a 24-hour turnaround time. The sniper from the Vanguard defector group that had sort of stalked you suggested that you take out the remaining troops that were stationed at the guard post on the north side of Tabernash. You guys, after... well, I forgot this part. You guys went to inspect the actual gymnasium where all of the explosive carnage was. It was a bit of a mess. I think some of you took some points of stress as a function of seeing it. Somewhere between witnessing the carnage in the gym and making your way north towards Tabernash, I think it was C&D brought Kurt to... They were just kind of like leading him through. You guys had an opportunity to sort of talk to him because, you know, he had been a part of your group for a bit, and he was really vocal about meeting up with these smugglers. He fed you a line of something. You're not sure how much of it was truth, how much of it was fiction, but he seemed like he was begging for his life. This conversation lasted, I would say, about a minute before Silas just decided he had had enough of it and just put a bullet right in his face. So that was the end of Kurt's story with us. And that's when you guys had decided you were going to go north towards Tabernash to take out the remaining troops at the guard post. You guys had taken the uniforms from some of the officers that were in the officers' quarters and used them as sort of a deception tool. Dorian lured one of the guards to the back of the truck and stabbed him in the neck and just sort of shoved him in the back of the truck. The second... I don't remember exactly the details as to how you were able to lure the second guard, but the second guard kind of came to check it out, and a fight broke out because Dorian tried to stab him, but was not quite dexterous enough, so to speak, to be able to take this guy out. There was a bit of a scuffle, but in the end, I think he alerted two. Yeah, he stabbed that guy, but not before he alerted two other guards that were inside the booth. They came out. Bunk and Silas had taken sort of like covering positions from afar, and the two of them, or not Bunk and Silas, Bunk and Marcus had taken covering positions from afar and sort of sniped those guys. But in the end, I believe you guys took out those 4 guards with minimal problems, other than Dorian having to get into like a hand-to-hand combat scenario where blows were traded. I don't know if Dorian took any damage, but it was there was like a legit knife fight happening at the back of the truck.
Yeah, it was very stressful. I have a lot of stress right now.
Yeah. You guys made your way to the YMCA hospital to meet back up with Grace. That was the other half of A's plan, was to meet back up with Grace. And while you were there, I mean, you guys got, some medical attention. But more specifically, while you were there, you met a stranger that apparently knew Dorian. That was a member of this previous group that Dorian was a part of. And he didn't seem entirely happy to see Dorian. There was a vague argument about what happened. But you get the impression that Tony, which was his name, was either deliberately not saying things or just didn't know the full story. But nonetheless, Tony did not seem entirely excited to see Dorian. There was an argument between Dorian and Tony, but no real fight. But when that kind of calmed down, Tony suggested that the group make a plan to sort of confront and take out the remaining jackals that were a part of this smuggling ring by way of signaling the pickup. And then I think that we sort of determined that we were going to make a plan or take a rest. But that was basically where we left it off. You guys had stopped at the rodeo on the way into the hospital to signal the pickup. So you guys are basically at the hospital. And I think that there was a plan to take a rest because some of you had taken some damage and a lot of you had some stress. And so I think there was a desire to take a rest. Because, it'd been a long day. You guys...
Ryan, I had to sign out of Owlbear, so I'm sent you a new request to join. Sorry.
I don't know why you need to request to get access every time. There he goes. Okay. Cool. All right, you're in.
So we're in the hospital. You guys went back to the hospital.
Yes.
To talk with Grace. Grace was pretty pumped, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That we finally got rid of the Vanguard overlords.
Super shocked.
And then so now you have the ex-Vanguard trying to get you to go take out another Vanguard base, and you have other dudes trying to get a plan to go take out the Jackals. Is that right?
Correct.
Man, we are just Middle Earth's heroes at this point. My God, everybody's just trying to get us to go take people out.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah. I think that the idea to attack the smugglers, the Jackal smugglers, was more A's idea. Of alphabet soup notoriety. But nonetheless, that was a plan that was in place. Like it was his suggestion.
Yeah, Tony was willing to go along because there was some talk of these might have been the people that, I don't know, I can't remember exact details, but maybe there are people in the group that were still missing and from Dorian's previous group, and that the Jackals could be involved in.
Well, what Tony had said is that the remainder of the group had actually been killed in a Jackal raid, and he was convinced that these smugglers may have been the same Jackals.
Right.
So it's a revenge thing for him. It's not
Yeah.
like a rescue. They didn't capture any of them.
No. I mean, as far as you know, Tony is the only, other than Dorian, is the only remaining survivor from that previous group that Dorian was a member of.
Okay. Well, you guys, what were you guys leaning towards?
Silas is laying in the hospital bed,
Yeah,
feeling better.
yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, let's go kill some fuckers."
Yeah, Dorian needs a good rest because he is stressed the fuck out, man. He's killed more people than he's killed in one day. This is his PR.
Yeah.
Stressful AF. Close quarters knife fight.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, you guys didn't get a chance to rest prior to searching the grounds and getting to the hospital. So, like, all of the damage, all the stress that had been accumulated from 2 sessions ago were still in play. So that to that end, I think that's why a lot of people were it was late in the day. I think it was we were reaching the 4th shift of the day. And so between the stress, the damage, and just the scenario in general, I think people were pushing for a rest prior to heading out to meet up with these jackals that are posing as smugglers.
All right. I mean, that seems like the easiest thing rather than assaulting another Vanguard base. That's a big deal. You may want to take out these jackals, and it seems like it's like happening right now anyway. So,
I mean, you guys were deciding that you were gonna take a rest at the hospital. I mean, I think a couple of you were pretty beat up. I don't remember who, but a couple of you guys were pretty beat up.
And Grace and her team healed me up.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm currently in a hospital bed, but doing great.
Yeah. And I think
And
I think Grace had helped Marcus with his knee as well. But so, like,
I think,
I think Marcus and Silas are both in hospital beds at this place. Tony is also in a hospital bed. But the rest of you are just hanging out, waiting for whatever's next. But with the plan to rest for the sake of mitigating stress and healing some damage.
did we get any experience last time?
Yeah.
You did not.
You didn't.
Because you didn't play.
Right. I have banked experience, and I want to spend 5 of my points to get 1 persuasion.
Okay. So
I'm tired of no one listening to me.
narratively, tell me how Bunk goes about becoming more persuasive.
Well, he spent a lot of time very quiet, as you may have noticed. Didn't say anything. There was a lot of introspective, and that's why he didn't talk at all last session.
Oh, he did.
And after some long thinking about seeing what he saw in there and all the dark things he saw in that blown up gym and all the crazy aftermath of those attacks, just a deeper understanding of human condition, he's now able to relate to people on another level and convince them of things.
Perfect. I love it. Is anybody else spending some XP?
Not while I'm sitting in a hospital bed. Maybe later.
Okay. Is anybody choosing to keep watch? I mean, you guys are in a hospital. You're at Grace's hospital.
I'll keep watch. I'm not stressed out or anything. I think I can keep watch.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, A offers to keep watch with you, and you know, the two of you kind of make your way out front to just make sure that nobody's gonna storm the gate, so to speak. And the rest of you are resting, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So as you guys kind of settle in to your rest for the evening, Dorian and Marcus just kind of drift off a little bit. And Silas, you're very close to falling asleep. And then, you know, as you get to the point where you realize that you're about to lose consciousness, your body kind of jerks a little bit. One of those things where like just like a sleep spasm right before you fall asleep. But you also hear, psst, hey, it's Tony. He's next to you in the hospital bed. He's trying to get your attention.
Yeah. Tony, was it?
Yeah. Hey,
What's up?
how long have you known this? How long have you known Dorian?
Not long. We met him, as we told you, outside of a building that some asshat had just exploded with C4.
Okay. So you don't know him?
Not very well. He's got some quick one-liners here and there.
Yeah. He's witty, all right. Look, just what has he told you? What did he tell you about Georgia?
Honestly, that day was just a blur. I mean, I was inside the building near the doorway when the C4 went off and got kind of thrown out the door, hit my head on something. I mean, it's pretty fuzzy as far as the memory goes on that.
Was he there for
I don't
that?
know. No, he showed up after.
But Georgia was there.
Yeah, Georgia was there, but she never really said anything that I could understand. She was the victim of hemlock poisoning by this crazy voidoid creature guy.
That never seemed odd to you that he just kind of showed up right after the explosion?
I mean, the whole thing seemed odd. It's not every day you see somebody put a gun to a C4 and blow everybody up, or try to anyway.
And then after the explosion, the Dorian just arrives.
I don't know how long it was. Like I said, it hit my head, but I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I'm not suggesting you know something that you're hiding from me. I'm just trying to see if has he ever done anything that seems fishy? Like, do you trust him?
Yeah, he's helped us. He's pretty good in a pinch. I mean, you know, aside from the twirling and the flourishes that he throws into a gunfight or a knife fight, I mean, he seems like a pretty good guy to have on your side.
So tomorrow, when we go to this fight, we take out these jackals. You're not concerned about having him there? You're not worried that he might, oh, I don't know, steal all your shit and take off when you're not looking? That he's just gonna Shanghai you, leave you high and dry?
Right now, I'm more worried about you.
Me?
I don't know you at all, and you seem to be trying to put a wedge into the group that I'm traveling with.
He's like, hey, if you want to travel with Dorian and you want to put your trust in Dorian, you do you. I just know him. I've had my own experiences with him, and if you want to trust him, that's I got no issue with that.
Seems like you might.
Well, I do. Sounds like he didn't tell you much about Georgia. But
I mean, that Georgia and him were part of a group, and that he was out looking for Georgia.
well,
There were some younger people. I don't know if that includes you. Sorry, I'm not a great judge of age.
I'm 41.
You look great for 41, brother.
Thanks.
But yeah. So there were some younger people. There was Georgia. There was him. I don't know if he said any other names. Can't recall. But that he was part of the group. And I don't know, were you guys performers of some sort? I know that he's like into the close-up magic, but
No. No, I mean Dorian's performance thing is just his. I don't know. He seems a little amateurish. I don't know. But his performance skills, I may have overlooked his sleight of hand, so to speak. So I told you that the entire group was raided, right, by these jackals. Everybody died.
Right.
2 nights before this raid. Georgia vanishes in the middle of the night. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows where she went. But Dorian offers to go look for her. And not only that, once he left, one of the other members of the group told me that she saw Dorian helping Georgia steal supplies from our cache. And then once Dorian left to go find Georgia, the next night we get raided by jackals. The whole thing seems, I would say convenient, but it's not convenient. Certainly suspicious. I don't know.
well, I'm sorry you have your suspicions, and
As far as I'm concerned, Dorian's a thieving, lying, manipulative piece of shit who helped. I don't know what he helped Georgia do, but it sounds like Georgia got what she deserved, and I can't wait for Dorian to get what he deserves. That's all I'm saying, based on my experience. Sounds like you've had a different experience.
I have, but now I know which one of the two of you I'll be watching.
Right. I hope we both keep our eyes on Dorian.
Sure. Exactly what I meant.
And he's like, I knew I could trust you. Actually, give me a... don't give me anything. I want to see if he's insightful enough to understand what you're saying. 2, 3, 4, 6. He does not. He is not picking up. He's like completely confused. Like your heavy-handed level of sarcasm just goes right over his head. He is completely convinced that the two of you are on the same level.
Okay.
that whole conversation, as much as I was maybe not presenting it as being really quiet, was really quiet.
Right, yeah.
It's like he didn't want the rest of the group to hear it.
We were secretive.
It was on the lowdown. But that, after he says what he needs to say, he sort of rolls over, mutters something to himself, and eventually just sort of drifts off to sleep.
All right. I suppose I will finish my rest, my convalescence in my hospital bed, and probably tell Dorian the first thing in the morning.
And then probably shoot Tony in the face.
That body ain't mine.
So I would say at this point, anybody who is resting, you can relieve whatever stress you had. Bunk and A, nothing particularly. The watch passes with no drama, nothing worth noting. Did you guys talk about anything? You and A? Was there any late night conversation?
Yeah, I was just like, man, just seems like the whole last 12 hours is a blur. I don't remember anything of it. Can you just kind of refresh me on all that? And he just kind of like caught me back up to speed on all the things that took place. And I'm very well versed in all the things going on now.
Cool. All right.
Hey, Ryan, with the medical attention and the rest, I think we were like 3 shifts away from Marcus's busted knee being done.
Mm-hmm.
Does this medical attention alleviate any of that, or do I still have like 2 more shifts?
I don't remember. I think we discussed how it was going to affect the timeline on this. Let's just say that your critical injury is now healed by the magic of hand-waved mechanics.
Well, he's in like a real clinic. I can see that. If it was like med kit shit and all that, but like this lady's like, I got the cortisone shot right here. Y'all good. Here's a knee brace. Here's a cortisone shot.
I think you're okay at this point. We'll say that your knee injury is, you're never really going to be over this. But we'll say that the limiting factor that it had on your mobility has been mitigated.
Gotcha. So my movement's not halved anymore. I just walk with a limp.
And you know when it's gonna rain.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yep, exactly. You're a walking
Tell
barometer.
Silas that he gets away from trees and they don't explode in his face.
So, evening passes, sun rises. Silas had a very interesting conversation with Tony. A walks in from the watch out front with Bunk. And he's just sort of like, all right, guys, up and at 'em. We got jackals to kill today. Anybody got a plan?
I don't know. Let's grab something to eat. We can discuss over breakfast.
Okay. So, there's not really a kitchen per se in this building, but there is sort of like an area where, there's some tables to sit and to maybe eat some food. Let's have everybody. Wait a minute. You guys all have MREs, so you can either roll for food or you can just eat one of your MREs.
I'll eat one of my MREs.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Ditto.
I guess I'll follow suit.
Does anybody want to describe their experience with the MRE?
It's
Was it
very much like it's like the scene in The Matrix when Neo is first starting to eat like their shitty ass food, and he's like, "Why does it all taste like?" And it's just like slop, and it's terrible.
Let's see. Ironically, the cover on the label on the packet says that it's biscuits and gravy. Does it taste at all like biscuits and gravy?
No, the bread is hard, and the gravy is like Jello, and the heat packet
Solid rectangle
isn't working
So it's just
because
it's just cold. You just cold soaked your MRE to.
And Marcus is going to look over to them and be like, mine's beef stroganoff. It's awesome. Rip Peter.
Perfect. If anybody was missing hit points, considering you guys are in a hospital, I would say instead of restoring 1 hit point, roll a d6, and that will be the number of hit points that you guys restore.
What are our hit points supposed to be? What plus what?
6 plus your stamina.
Okay.
What'd you say to roll, Brian?
Roll a d6.
D6?
Normally it would just be restore 1, but considering you guys spent the night in the hospital,
So if we rolled a 3,
you get 3 hit points back.
oh sweet. Well, suck me sideways. Awesome.
So, as you guys are eating, A is just sort of he's like, so have you guys remember the lay of the land at the rodeo, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. There was
yeah.
a coyote trap in the middle.
So
Didn't we blow some of that up, like the underground
did.
area?
We also hid in a barn that has pretty good view of it too, if we want to reuse that.
So A sort of like digs around in his pack. He's like, I think I got something in here. And he pulls out this brochure. And it's like an old brochure from like when the rodeo was active and people were going to it as an actual attraction. And he sort of lays it out on the table. And it's just basically a map of the facility that looks
exactly how I imagined it.
kind of like this. And he's like, so how do you guys want to do this?
Which building had the tunnel underneath it? Was it stables?
Yeah, it's the stables.
Okay, so that's probably pretty much crapped.
Where's the horseshoe?
Oh, horseshoe. 2 seconds. Horseshoe is over here at
Section R.
Section
Okay.
R.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, so, and he kind of points. He's like, right here, this is where the horseshoe is. We turn this up. Actually, turned it up to signal the pickup yesterday. There's a lot of nooks, crannies, hiding spots. But I'm assuming that when these guys show up, they're going to be looking over here by this horseshoe. They're going to be looking for, I don't know, a few random assholes looking to be picked up by a smuggling ring. So my guess is when they roll in, they're going to be coming in from this side.
Man, it
Right.
would be great to have Peter at this point. He would love to get in close. He would be the asshole waiting to knife somebody.
I was just thinking, who's the
I miss
best
Peter.
actor out of the group, Dorian?
Actor? Well, I mean, I do have a very good stage presence.
And Tony kind of mumbles under his breath. He's like, yeah, I'll bet you do.
Yeah, I mean, wait, you want me to talk to them?
I'm saying we left a horseshoe turned upside down, which signals that there are people to be smuggled. They can see from pretty fucking far away that there's no goddamn people. So I think we need somebody to be there, be the fake people that want to be smuggled.
I can be your Huckleberry.
And
Tony
you're
raises
the
his hand.
most-
He's like, I vote for Dorian. Go talk to those jackals, Dorian.
I think I will. Tony.
I'm sensing a little panties in a bunch here. Is there something I need to know about y'all, Tony and fucking Dorian?
No, no, I'll ship shape.
No, sometimes that's just how you have to talk to Tony so he understands what you're trying to say.
Tony, like, Tony's not as witty as you are, and so he's just like, you are.
All right. Well, if we're setting up, Marcus would like to kind of get somewhere with a little bit of elevation that gives him a straight line of sight towards the direction that the jackals will be coming in, so he could kind of set up with his sniper rifle and kind of be in a nest or something.
So
maybe like on top of
those are all
him.
box. Are those all like box seats up top there? The sections, or are those like bleachers?
So
Or is it
like
bleachers below and then like
so like
FBC, yeah.
so the blue seats, like the numbered seats, those would all be like just like bleacher seating, and then the box seating, the yellow, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, those are going to be more like individual seats with like a mezzanine covering.
Marcus, I was going to say, Marcus, if those are box seats, I think one of us takes G and one of us takes F. And we watch that fucking horseshoe.
How far is that? Just like, because I was thinking more like M and W, but if F and G is not too far for the range on the sniper rifle, which I don't think it would be, but just wanted to make sure.
You know what?
yeah.
That might be a better call
From
for M and A.
From F to the horseshoe, because F is pretty much the farthest spot away from the horseshoe, is about 110 feet.
Shh. That's nothing.
yeah.
That's
And-
the distance. So.
I'm gonna say that like it's farther than that in real life, but in tactical gridded TTRPG map context, it is 105 feet. 110 feet. That would
I'll kind of clap Dorian on the shoulder, be like, "I'll be one of the sitting duck assholes with you, Dorian."
I'm just looking at the rule book. 100 plus yards to 300 yards is a -1 modifier. So if we can be a little bit inside, maybe like C and J, I think that'll put us inside 100.
Yards, dude.
so 100
You said
yards.
feet.
I said that's feet.
Oh, you said feet. Sorry.
Yeah. So speaking
Never
in
mind.
speaking in terms of like just the general distances that are in the book, that would be distant, but it would be within sniper range that does not impose a penalty.
All right. So if you If you want to do F and G, I'm fine with that.
I think F and G, we can see it. But now you have me thinking one of us should do G and one of us should do S. Hear me out. From S, we can see them coming. If they come from the west, then one of us can see them the whole way up. And if, say, they park their car out, I don't know how to make it do a thing, but just imagine I'm blipping out to the west there. They park their car out there full of 4 dudes in the Jeep, and they send one asshole up there to get Dorian. And so
yeah. Maybe A
you're
can
only
be an
able to
S.
see one of them, and I could see 4 of them back in the damn Jeep. That's all. I just want to be able to crisscross and cover everything with both of our range.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do. I don't mind being the furthest out. I don't mind being up closer to the horseshoe. Whatever you want me to do.
We've also got A and Tony. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get on top of? Is there a way to get on top of the boxes, on top of the roof of the boxes, even higher?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. I want to be able to lay down like the guy that shot Trump.
To be clear, the stables and the sponsor, not the sponsor building. The sponsor building is roughly the same height as the box seating mezzanines. The bullpen is half that height. The bullpen is just, it's like an 8-foot fence. Just for the sake of showing everybody who is who. Forget it. I'll do it later. But anyway, yeah. So the stables are the tallest structure in the entire rodeo, the rodeo grounds.
I'll get on top of the stable then. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
The stables are even taller than the box seats?
Yeah, they're huge.
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to find a way to the roof of the stables.
Because there's haylofts in the upper levels, right? So there's the stables where the actual horses and livestock are being kept on the lower levels. They've got the individual stalls, but then there's also an upper level where they've got like haylofts and feed storage and all kinds of shit. So the stables are actually taller than the mezzanine for the box seats. I mean, this isn't like Busch Stadium, right? Like it's not a huge. It's a small rodeo in like extremely rural Colorado. It's small. But anyway, yes, the stables are bigger than the box seating, the mezzanine level for the mezzanine covering for the box.
All right. That's where Bunk wants to go, is the roof of the stables then.
Okay, if you're gonna do that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna do that, then I think I want to go to M, and get on set up in M. What do you think about that? That way we're still crisscross.
I like
or
that.
Or L.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcus wants to set up in L. Kind of in that corner near the 16 right there. I can't.
Because you're not penalized mid-range. I mean, you're still L to R. You can still see everybody there, and L to the west, like parking lot. Still see everybody over there. Like, even with a sniper rifle, like you can still hit somebody and not be penalized for them being too close.
Do either of you guys need to borrow a sniper rifle? I have one, and I'll probably be in the up close sort of range.
No, I've got one.
I got one. Old trusty. Never let go of mine.
All right.
Do you guys still have the assault rifles we got?
I don't.
No one kept an assault rifle?
I don't remember getting one.
Oh shit, we got them from the Cannibal Ranch.
I don't remember.
Corinne still has it.
Yeah.
Last time I remember using it, we were getting chased in the back of the truck after we left the Cannibal Ranch.
I don't know who's got the assault rifles.
New band name, Cannibal Ranch. Anyway.
So, what's the plan? Who's going to be where?
I'll be on stable.
Yeah, Marcus is going to be kind of like in this area, if you can see that.
Which area?
In L.
Oh,
In L. Like right in that corner right there. Is that showing up?
You're going to be over here?
Yep.
Okay. Where was Bunk going to set up? You were going to set up on top of the stables?
stables. I don't know in this one how to make a. Can you see my mouse?
So on
yeah,
the far left side, there's a menu of tools that you can use to.
That's fine. You put them exactly where I wanted them.
Okay.
Maybe like here.
Okay.
Actually.
Perfect. So this is where you guys are like planning this notion out in terms of tactics and whatnot, and so you guys are still in the hospital, but you're pointing at this map and saying, this is where I'm going to set myself up and blah, blah, blah. So where does everybody else want to be? How else?
I want to ask Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, what are you good at? Like, what do you have a weapon of choice? Like, what's your story here?
He's like, well, I got this crowbar and a pistol. I'm not going to lie. The pistol is the last resort. I'd rather just bash their skull in.
He's the new Peter.
Yeah, guys, Tony is, if you haven't learned already, he is really tough. He is super tough guy.
I can't tell if you're joking.
What's your angle right now? You got something to say, Dorian?
No, I'm telling, you can tell by your weapon of choice, the crowbar. I'm just letting them know I can see this because I'm attuned to small little details, but I don't think that they picked it up. And so without having to have you explain it, I was just letting them know that.
All right, fine, whatever. You're talking too much.
Bruno, chill out. Hey.
I showed Tony my fire poker. I'm like, this is where it's at, brother. Like, this is the shit.
He's like, a blow
Got
poke?
brains all over it.
No, like this hook right here on the fire poker. Like, you wouldn't believe how many skulls I fucking crushed with this thing. I popped one guy's eye.
Jesus Christ. You seem...
It was the only eye he had.
I was there. I saw that. I saw that.
Tony's... Well, I mean, you do you.
Tony, like, maybe you could hide somewhere. I was planning on posting up under the horseshoe with Dorian, and then I kind of like nod to him, like, you know, like.
Tony's like, ooh, I know, I could. He's looking over the map. He's like, I'm gonna hide in the calf roping stall, and then I'm gonna jump out and like hit whoever I see with a beaten stick with my crowbar.
Tony, I think those are like, there's not really any walls to hide in. They're just usually like little see-through.
I know.
Bars. Okay.
He's like, but I'll crouch down, and then when they come in, I'll jump out and hit them.
You know, Tony, that's a pretty smart idea. Is everyone on board with Tony's idea on jumping out and hiding in plain sight?
You know, maybe I can't remember. Were the bathrooms still there? Like, this map shows some bathrooms. Maybe that'd be a good place for Tony to hide.
In the shitter? I ain't hiding in the shitter.
Maybe the concession stand?
Which one?
The one behind R, or beside R.
He's like, okay. So, but not the calf roping stall is what you're saying.
I mean, I'm
those
worried
proper
you
bleachers?
give your position away.
Those proper, like, bleachers, like, or are they like concrete stadium steps?
They're concrete stadium steps and just like seats. There's no backs to them. It's just like the aluminum bench.
Bench.
A long aluminum bench. There's no individual seats. There's no backs. It's just like an aluminum bench, rows of seats.
Okay.
And there's a gate that separates the blue bleacher seats from, and not a gate, but like a railing that separates the bleacher seats from the actual box seats.
All right, where's A going?
A,
Ghillie suit right next to the coyote trap.
yeah, he's like, so he like starts digging through his stuff, and he's like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna find a corner to hide in the arena.
All right.
Sounds
From
good.
I can't remember. Do we have any idea how many jackals show up? Was that in any of the translated ledger?
No. There's no mention of it really.
Okay.
But A is just sort of like, is everybody good with this plan? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna like, do we have hand signals that Alpha Team go? How do we want to stage this? I mean, I know that we're working with a lot of unknown information, but
So Dorian's going to be the one up close. So, I mean, I guess we wait till Dorian is in trouble or something. So either A, Dorian gets in trouble and gives us the high sign, or B, he never gets in trouble whenever anybody sees the right time to, when they're the most vulnerable, when they start, when shots start going, it's go time, kill them all.
I mean,
all right.
maybe we're overthinking this. Like, do we need to have some sort of elaborate ruse to trick them? Do we need to talk to them? I mean, if we're convinced that these are jackals and that they're taking people and, for some sort of human trafficking ring, can we just open fire when they show up?
Yeah, the goal isn't with this ruse is not to get them talking. I don't care about what they have to say. I want them to park their car and one or two of them to get out of the car and separate. It's like we could accomplish the same thing by knocking a tree down in the road. But that tree happens to be Dorian.
Yeah, and I think if any of us have ever dealt with the jackals, we know that they're just very, like, bruiser, straight in your face. Like they're not gonna try to like be any kind of like quiet, stealthy shit. They're coming in because they think they're the alphas wherever they're at. So, like, maybe they're not even going to be expecting what they're walking into. That could be our advantage.
So how about the signal is either me and Silas attack these dudes or they get attacked by us, kind of thing. If that's what we're going to do.
Yep. We're
just going to
wait
take
for
these guys
you
out.
and Silas.
We'll
and
make the first move.
maybe Tony, depending on how far away he is. And the cat's rope. Sitting there, crisscross applesauce, waiting for him to come. Playing in the dirt with a crowbar. I can see it very clearly.
All right. Okay, cool. So, A's just like everybody knows where their positions are.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So A looks at his watch. He's like, I think we got about 4 hours before anybody shows up. Is there anything we need to do before we head out?
I'm gonna close my eyes for a couple hours while y'all do that. I stayed watch while you guys load everything and get ready. I'm gonna take a quick nap.
Okay. So Bunk's gonna nap. Anyone else?
I would like to spend some experience, and I think narratively, if I could like have the most juvenile sort of like sword fight, me and Tony crowbar versus fire poker. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
To increase my melee skill.
All right. So you're
That
just
would be
like
amazing.
practicing like attacks and parries and whatnot. You're just like
Yeah.
practicing form. Okay. I love it.
Anakin, Obi-Wan going at it.
And Tony's just like, yeah, man, wow, coming in, blah. And he, you realize he's actually
like-
pretty strong. Like he's and he has no concept of like training and like pulling his punches. So like when he comes in to like hit you, you get the impression that he's like trying to hit you because he's like, oh, I'm sorry, man, I don't know how to pull my it all feels real.
No, it's good training, man. Maybe we can use this out there when we see the jackals. All right, so 2 to 3, does that cost 15?
It does.
All right. Silas is ready to fuck some people up with a fire poker.
That's your thing now.
I mean, it's pretty sweet.
I agree.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Dorian's been doing push-ups every night for the past 3 weeks.
Okay.
So he'd like to increase his force by
Okay.
1
Okay.
or 2-1
Perfect.
from 0 to 1.
Awesome.
And he woke
Love
up
it.
that day and was just like, "Oh yeah, I feel it.
It's like
It's
feeling
finally
his
paying
arm.
off." Looks in the mirror, tries to make some loud noises to see if Grace looks.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Give me what would this be? Give me a persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah. Persuasion roll.
Let me make sure I don't have any bonuses. Do I get the +1 modifier to attempt to lie or otherwise deceive someone? Just kidding.
I would say
Kidding.
no, because you're not trying to. Oh, you get the 1.
Success.
Let's see what how Grace responds to this. Did you do anything like, "Hey Grace," like did you actively attempt to get her attention?
Yeah. I was like, so it was one of those things where like I'm like the mirror, I'm only seeing her through the mirror kind of thing. And so
Okay.
like she can't see me besides looking at
He's,
the
like,
mirror.
behind you.
So I'm
okay.
like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm doing stuff. I'm like, "Hey Grace, who's that in the mirror?" And so she looks in the mirror and she sees me.
Okay, well, with that description, she definitely sees you, and she's just like, "Dorian, have you been working out?"
You know, just trying to maintain.
And Tony immediately runs in and like shoves you out of the way. He's like, check this out, Grace. But because Tony's like a beefcake and has no sense of like social cues, he's just completely convinced that he can't allow Dorian to be more impressive than him. It's just really off-putting for Grace, and she's just like, oh. Yeah, that's cool, Tony. She's like, Dorian, though.
Like, I nod and then button my vest back up, that I don't wear a shirt under.
Should have said that to begin with. You probably would have got a +2 on that one. Big modifier.
Anybody else want to spend some experience?
Anyone else want to seduce the nurse, doctor? Where the fuck you? Bunk offers her a hard candy out of his pocket.
A Werther's original.
A Werther's original.
But like it's not it's not wrapped.
Not,
It's like a hard candy that you've had for like months, and it's unwrapped and kind of covered in lint, and she's just like, thank you.
It's half a hard candy.
Thank you.
he made it himself out of honey and
Yeah, it's
and butterscotch and
Sweetened it with monk fruit, and it's beeswax hardened into a monk fruit sweet. It's candy. It's fine.
She's like,
goes well
"This
with
is-
stew.
I'm gonna save this for dessert. Thank you, Bunk. This is very
Bunk is
kind of
really
you."
Good about that. Like,
And she puts it like in.
crack a smile.
She's got like one of those breast pockets where she keeps pens and shit, and she's just, I'm gonna keep this in here so that I never forget about it.
Cool. Yeah.
Bonk's like, yep, still got it.
He is. You notice he like stands up a little straighter and kind of walks a little like a little cockier after that.
All right. So I would say this whole scenario of like the training and Dorian doing push-ups and attempting to impress Grace and all this all
Fuck, I was napping.
goes over this is like the course of like 4 hours or so, 3 hours or so. And so A is just like, all right, if we're going to try and take strategic positions, we better head out now if we want to try and get ahead of these guys.
All right, let's go.
All right. Wow.
Impressive.
So you guys all load up in the APC that you guys have. Tony crawls in the back and he's like, Jesus, what the fucking dead? Why are there 2 dead bodies back here?
Oh, guess we didn't throw out the trash. You mind taking care of that for us, Tony?
Jesus.
And he's just like, he kind of like, a little help? And he like clumsily like, they're sticky because the blood has like sort of dried and they're stuck to the bottom of the floor, and he just like peels them off the truck bed, and it's just sort of like, and he just like chucks them out. But then he crawls into the back of the truck. Who is driving?
I can drive.
Okay. Who is A is gonna ride shotgun. A is like shotgun. So there's 2 seats immediately behind the driver and the passenger. I'm assuming Brim and
Marcus.
I'll take one of those.
so Marcus is gonna be in the back. Who is gonna be riding in the back with Tony then?
I'll ride in the back with Tony. Bunk will. You call me Brim.
All right. So Dorian is driving. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you fire up the truck. You start driving down the road. And almost as soon as the engine fires up, to the extent that there's like noise, you and Bunk and Tony are kind of sitting across from each other in the back of the truck, and Tony kind of looks at Bunk and he's like, "Hey man, what do you think of Tony? What do you think of Dorian? How well do you know him?"
He's talking to Bunk.
Yeah, he's talking to Bunk. You're in the back of the truck with him.
Bunk is less than enthused to talk to this fucking knucklehead. And he just like very lazily just turns to him and he's like, "Put your game face on, man. Come on." And he just kind of looks back.
For sure, but like, are you sure you trust Dorian?
That boy's killed men for me. I don't know much about you.
We're going to see whether or not Tony has the social intelligence to realize that he should stop talking. He does. He's like...
That's a shame.
I'm just like... He's like, "Oh, well, message received." But then he just like, he can't help himself, and he's just like, just saying, how well do you really know him? He's like, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bunk doesn't say a word, and he doesn't change his expression at all, and he just old man stares ahead. It's a bumpy ride too.
What's happening right?
That was my fault. Sorry.
You multitasking right now? You got to check your Instagram reels while in the middle of the game.
That's not what it was. Sorry.
Where was I? Anyway, yeah, Tony says what he says about Dorian, doesn't provoke a reaction from Brim. You get the impression Bunk gets the impression that maybe Tony's a little disappointed. Like you kind of like you're kind of sniffing it out that like Tony's he's complying with the idea that like you're not into talking, but you sort of read on this interaction that he's a little sad that you didn't take the bait, so to speak, to like shit talk Dorian with him. But anyway, you guys are driving down this road, headed towards the to the rodeo. And after, I don't know, half hour or so, 20 minutes or so, it comes into view. Where do you guys want to? Do you guys want to drive straight in and park, or do you want to sort of stop short and maybe potentially survey the area, or how do you want to approach the rodeo grounds?
I tell Dorian if he remembers that barn that we kind of ran to after. I tell him to drive and kind of park the truck behind that to where it's hidden from view, and then we'll walk the rest of the way up there so that nobody sees our tracks going up there.
Okay, so if that's the case, just to kind of give you an idea, if you guys are stopping at the the cabin and you're hiking in, you guys would be coming in from this way in relationship to the
northwest.
Yep. That is where like the cabin would be like bird's eye path to the cabin would bring you in this way. Now you're welcome to come in however you want, but that is in relationship to the actual orientation of the rodeo, it would be from back here by the main gate, the northwest main gate.
Yeah, I like the idea of keeping the van out of sight.
Okay.
I mean, that would be a dead giveaway that something is up if these people that supposedly want to get smuggled have their own means of transportation.
An army transport vehicle.
Right. So we could also try and take a look at the lay of the land from up there. I got the binoculars. We could, people that have sniper rifles can scope it out and see if there's anything.
Make sure nobody's there yet.
Suspicious. Yeah.
That's a good point. I agree to that. We get back up because that had a hayloft in that barn that we were kind of watching the rodeo from last time. So I say we get up there and look through our sniper rifles and kind of survey the rodeo and see if we see anything going. Looks fishy.
Okay. Give me an observation roll.
And 1. Do I get any bonus from the sniper rifle, or is this just my regular observation?
Well, do you have binoculars or anything like that?
I'm looking through the scope of a sniper rifle.
Okay, you're looking through the scope of the sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Did you want to... Somebody...
You can borrow my binoculars. It's a +2 bonus.
Okay, I'll borrow your binoculars.
Do that.
Okay.
Perfect.
This was supposed to. Okay.
Two
That's
sixes.
2.
Okay. So you don't what do you see? So the rodeo, you guys are probably we'll say like a quarter mile out, right? So you don't see you would even with the binoculars, you're gonna have it's gonna look like it's somewhat far away, but you do distinctly notice that from your vantage point, you can see movement heading south towards the rodeo. So in other words, when you're looking through the binoculars, you can see movement heading towards the rodeo coming from this direction. Does that make sense? They're not at the rodeo yet, but they are making their way in.
All right. Specifically, what do I see? Do I see a car or people individually walking?
It looks like people.
All right. I relay that information to everybody. We got movement on the north side coming in. They're individuals. They're on foot.
Do you know how far away are they from the rodeo versus us from the rodeo?
So they're coming in from sort of like where the a break in the forest. I would say that they're maybe 100 yards and closing in.
And we are, how far is the barn from them?
About a quarter mile.
Yeah. There's no way we can get there before them.
Oh, maybe this works out better. Maybe we pick them off from distance. Or,
well,
I mean, maybe it's
B,
other people
gentlemen.
that want to be smuggled. I mean, maybe...
Or if they're on foot, we could
Get them with a car?
drive in, or that. Well, it's a break in the forest. I don't know.
This might be other people trying to hire these smugglers. By the way, who has the gold?
Pretty sure somebody does.
Somebody does.
I think Bunk has it.
I think I have it. I didn't put it in my thing, but I think I have it. It's in there now.
All right, so do we just want to like walk up or wait till they get there and see what happens, or drive up there and park behind the stables?
I say we park and we kind of hustle, kind of double time and try to get up there and improvise, get into place where we come from. So normally we come from the main gate. I'm going to circle south and still try to get to the stables to get a height position.
Okay.
I think we just tried it. Well, they're coming from the north.
Mm-hmm.
You need some cover. So maybe if you guys could, well, I doubt we can make it there before them, but if we could, I would say get in there and get like somebody pile in and get into a box.
So if you're going a roundabout way to get coming up from the south, we're gonna get there way before you do.
You could coordinate it.
Or so we just hold off and let him get a head start kind of thing.
You could coordinate it to where, I mean, the people that Bunk has seen they're going to get to the rodeo before you do, regardless. So the question is, do you want to try and coordinate your positions so that you're timing it to where if Bunk is going to try and be sort of like a covering position on an elevated platform, do you want to let him get into position first before the rest of you guys try and make your way in?
I think that's I think that's what we should do. I'll go and scout ahead, and it's just me, and I mean, cover me, but I'm going to see if I can find a way to get on top of those stables. Because I think from the south side they're coming from the north. I don't think they'll see me trying to get up on top of that stable from where they are. I think I'll have enough time to do that. We'll see. But then once I get up top, I'll give you all a high sign, and then you all do your thing.
I mean, I think someone should accompany you. They don't need to get on the roof with you, but at least have your back.
Marcus, I think
Tony's like, I'll go.
Tony?
No, Tony. No, buddy, you stay. You stay with the group now.
But Bunk, he's tough.
He can be tough up close. What the hell is he gonna do on top of the fucking stable roof? Throw his goddamn crowbar?
Marcus is gonna hey, Tony, appreciate it, buddy, but let me join Bunk up here, and you help the guys on the front lines where you're gonna do the most damage.
Okay.
Kind of leading into it. Yeah, like letting him know, hey, you're a big strong guy. We need you out there. Let us two older guys hang back here and bring up the rear.
Okay. Perfect. So what are you guys going to try and let Bunk get in position first? Because you guys are all trying kind of closing in on the rodeo together. You guys are trying to match your pace to where as you guys are closing in from the northwest, you're allowing Bunk and Marcus to make some time to get down south. All right, and so I would say that as you guys kind of get just on the outskirts outside of the main gate, you guys kind of are at this position.
I'll
Bunk,
use the binoculars to take a quick lay of the land.
Okay.
Or we can go to Bunk. That's fine.
The soundtrack makes it so much better, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Silas, give me an observation roll.
Okay. Bunk, did you give me back my binoculars?
Yes. I handed those back the moment I spotted those dudes.
Great, good job. I got 2 6s.
2 6s. So you can see and hear the sound of a truck coming from this direction over here. You can't see it yet because obviously the grandstands are in the way, blocking your view, but you can hear it. And I did say you could see it. We'll just say that you can see like dust from the road, like being kicked up, implying that there's a vehicle in that direction that is from this way over here.
And Bunk said the people that he saw were walking, so this is a separate.
We're walking from
All right,
the
so
north.
I tell the group, like, hey, pretty sure there's a truck coming from the east heading towards the rodeo. So this group of walkers, I don't know if they're connected or not.
Well, damn.
I mean, if there's a lot of them, they could just be trying to get position. You know, it would be smart to have two parties watching the rodeo grounds. But we should assume they're going to be cautious.
All right. Are you guys going to let Bunk and Marcus get into position first?
Yeah, I told him we were going to give him a high sign once we get in a position.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say you guys both make your way in. Go ahead and position yourselves wherever you want to be on top of the stable.
You got it right.
Okay.
That's where I want.
And then Marcus, wherever you want to be.
And if I go to this corner here, like I can still see over the main chutes, and still have a direct line at the horseshoe, and maybe a little bit better angle through
Yeah.
this little break right here.
So what I'll say is you can't see anything that's in this section right here because it's completely covered by the mezzanine. Even the bleacher seats. The bleacher seats are covered by a mezzanine. So the only thing you can see is the covering for this section right here. But you have absolutely clear view of everything here. Absolutely clear view of everything here. And then sort of like an obscure, not obscured, but like a side view of this area right here.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
The only thing we can't really see is F through A, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can't see anything in there. You can see the rodeo grounds, like you've got a clear view of the rodeo grounds because it's not obscured, but there is a mezzanine sort of like rain cover that covers this entire section that you're not able to see. But once you're up there, you see what I just described to Marcus, or I'm sorry, to Silas, coming from the east, which is a big red box truck. And you could see it. Has not arrived yet, but it's on its way in. It's a big red box truck. So going to the group in the northwest, what do you guys want to do?
You guys want to walk towards the group of walkers, or you want to walk towards the main gate and go take positions in the rodeo grounds?
Could we split
Yeah,
to
I'm good
go
with
that way?
Like,
to go through the main gate?
Original plan was you and I were going to go hang out by the horseshoe. If you're still down with that, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tony and A can go through the main gate, and me and Silas will come through the north side.
Yeah. Perfect. So you guys are going to come like this way? How do you want to do that? Tell me what path you want to take.
Is there access in between, like, the bleacher section of L and M into the rodeo grounds, or
Yes.
I guess we need to be in the seats anyway?
Yeah, I mean there's a gate, right? There's a gate that closes it all in, but there's no barricade that you guys couldn't get past. You could easily climb over the gate.
All right. I'm good with going that way.
Coming down between M and L and M?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Tony's like, I'll go through. I'll come in past the merch counter. I don't know why Tony suddenly has a redneck accent, but He does. He does. A is going to cover Tony. So they're going to make their way down in this way.
Oh, that was me.
Whoops. A.
And as we are headed towards the in between L and M, do we meet any peoples? Or did they already get into the rodeo?
Give me an observation roll. Where are you guys still? Is that where you guys are still at? Why don't you position yourself where you're gonna come in from?
Yeah, we were started this way and gonna head down to the rodeo.
Give me an observation roll.
All right. I'm guessing at this point I am not looking through binoculars.
Correct.
Can't see shit. No sixes. I don't see anybody.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make your way where you would like to sort of set yourself up. And as you guys kind of make your way down through the north between these two sections, you kind of see Tony and A kind of make their way in as well. You also notice that Tony he pops up in these bleachers, in this bleacher section here. But A is going to stay inside these. He's going to make his way to the side of this stage and sort of like take a covered position by the stage. Try and find a spot.
Can me or Bunk see A doing this from where we're at, or is that out of our field of vision?
I mean, you were able to see when he popped in here.
Okay.
Right? But then once he popped in and he's hugging this rail, you kind of get the gist of what he's doing, but at this point you cannot see him.
Okay.
My guess is we can't see like one square.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because that, yeah.
Just from perspective where you guys are.
Yeah, from perspective and that cut, you said it has like a covering.
Yeah. And Tony's gonna he's gonna be up in these bleachers on like the first row of the bleachers.
Perfect crowbar range.
He's scoping things out.
All right.
It's not that's gonna fuck everything up.
We've now gotten into the rodeo. I'm gonna take another look around to see what I see.
Give me okay, I'll tell you what you see. You see this big old red truck starting to pull in. Making its way towards the entrance of where the calf roping is.
That's not symbolic or anything.
I see Tony crisscross applesauce playing in the dirt.
I imagine stuff is about to get pretty hectic. Can I request a real life bathroom break so we don't stop the action?
Yeah, that'd be great. I think that's a really good idea, actually, because I have to pee, and so we'll do like 5 minutes, and then we'll come on back.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks.
Right. Okay, so after a quick bathroom break, Silas and Dorian, as you guys make your way in, you kind of hop over the fence, and Tony is like running down these bleachers like towards you. He hops over the railing very athletically, and he's like, "Nothing in the bleachers." You can kind of see all four corners. You see A kind of taking a position. You can see everybody. You see Bunk and Marcus up top. You see this truck pull in, and then almost immediately across from you, there's this stage where A is kind of hiding up against. And there's not much on there. It's kind of an empty stage. There's an old bass cabinet from whoever played last. It's, the speakers have been punched out of it, and it's torn up a little bit. But there's like raggedy pipe and drape from the last time a stage setup was there. But as you kind of make your way in, this big red box truck pulls up from the west.
Bunk would like to train his sights right now and ready in action on the driver.
Okay. You can see that there is a driver, and there's also somebody in the passenger seat. You can tell there's somebody in the passenger seat. The glare kind of prevents you from being able to see them very well. But you can tell that there are two people in the cab of that truck.
All right, how about this? I ready my sights on the windshield where I think the driver would be on the left side.
Okay.
Even though I can't particularly see because of that fucking glare,
Okay.
I can see, the windshield very well, and I know where a driver would be abouts.
Okay, perfect.
I kind of nudged Dorian, and I'm like, I'm a little worried that we haven't seen the four people, or the people that Bunk told us were walking in the direction of the rodeo. They should have beat us here, and I don't see him.
Yeah. Hopefully they're doing a better job at hiding than we are.
Hopefully they're doing a better job of hiding than you are.
Yeah. Dorian's like, Silas, should I just say something? Should I break this tension, the ice? If you stay back, I could go to the center.
So this truck pulls in. I'm sorry, go ahead and figure out what you guys want to do.
I kind of rather we stay together. Unless, Tony, if you saw a place that you wanted to hide, that you could get, like a jump on these people.
Nah, I ain't hiding.
Jump over that fence.
I'm gonna. I want to meet him head on.
Okay.
It's okay.
And Mark, from where Marcus is at, he could see that Bunk is pointed towards the truck, but he just kind of wants to shade towards the north to look in the direction of those people that Bunk had said he'd seen, just to see if he can see anything coming from that direction, since Bunk is trained at the truck.
I'm sorry, one more time.
The people coming from the north,
Yeah.
south towards the stadium.
Yeah.
Since I can see Bunk is trained at the truck, I want to look through my scope to see if I can see anybody that was heading that towards us from that direction.
Ooh. So tell me where you're looking on the map. Show me where your focus is.
It's going to be like in this area here, like I guess from west of the concession stand to east. I'm just scanning back and forth, seeing if there's any movement coming around this concession stand.
You do not see anybody in that area.
Well, shit. Okay, since I don't, I'm going to move my sniper rifle back towards the truck as joining Bunk pointing at the incoming
Where
people
is
in the truck.
So Bunk, your sights are trained on the cab of the truck, correct?
Specifically the driver's side.
Driver's side, okay. Marcus, where are you training your sights?
I don't know where Marcus is looking, but Bunk is looking, but from where Marcus is at, I think he would think he's got a better shot at if anybody's coming out the back. So he would be pointing towards the back of the box truck, like if it's going to roll up and people just start bouncing out of there. That's where he would be pointing at.
Okay, so there is a bit of an area, like similar to the cover on A through F. There is a slight obscuring view because as much as you're above it, I would say that anything in this area right here is going to be obscured by the mezzanine cover for S through W. Does that make sense? You can see all of the bleachers. You can see all the seating, but anything behind this is going to be obscured in this area right here for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So back here at the back of the truck,
you can see that.
I wouldn't be able to.
You can.
Okay.
You
yeah,
can.
That's.
I would say like it's this area right here. I don't know if you can see my pointer, but like
I can.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's this area right here. Just because of the mezzanine covering for the boxes on S through W. But you can see the back of the truck. You can see the back of the truck.
So that's where I would be pointed my sniper rifle. Like I said, if people are going to start bounding out of the back of that, that's what I want to be able to see.
Okay. So, truck pulls in, comes to a stop. Engine has not stopped yet. Nobody has gotten out yet. Does anybody want to do anything?
Silas, I'm going for it.
Where are you going? Like maybe we should make them come to us.
I just want to like.
Tony's like, fuck it, I'm ready, and he just gets right out here in the middle. I'm ready.
I will position myself sort of this way, and I'm trying to. Where you guys get the pointer thing?
On the far right, the menu,
right click.
It looks like the little.
It looks like the comment.
The comment or raindrop.
I'm gonna be looking in this direction, trying to see if anyone's coming from this side.
Okay.
I'm gonna get right behind Tony, and I'm just like looking around over his shoulder, that way, and kind of like scanning that way and over here. And I'm like, "You guys going to Canada?"
So before you say that, as soon as you get like right behind Tony, you can sense that Tony gets real tense, and he just whispers, "Try not to stab me in the back."
Tony, what is your deal, dude? You sent me to. I don't want to get into this right now.
You know what you
Focus.
did. You know what you did. We'll figure this out when if you're still alive, we'll figure this out later. So Dorian, at this point, you yell out. What did you yell? I'm sorry.
You guys going to Canada?
You yell that, and the truck, the engine turns off. You hear like the air brakes sort of engage. Truck turns off. And somebody, let me see if I got the picture for this guy. I don't. Where the fuck is his picture? Anyway, this guy pops out. Driver's side door opens. This guy pops out. And you just hear...
Ron Perlman?
That's your character from Fallout.
That's my character
You're
from Fallout.
a journalist.
And you just hear an old gruff voice that goes, Good day, Zoloto.
What? Zoloto?
And he looks really exasperated, and he just goes, "Good day, Zol." He looks like he's looking at a piece of paper, and he goes, "Good day, Zoloto."
Yeah, there was some sort of code we were supposed to remember.
Oh yeah, you got the book.
And he just starts walking in.
I don't have anything written about that.
And he gets really exasperated. He's like, oh, fuck it. You guys got the gold?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Throw it on the ground.
Fuck. I left it back there for safekeeping. Let me go grab it real quick.
He's like,
And
wait,
I'm gonna...
what do you mean? Where? You're here? What do you mean you left it?
I left it around the corner.
He's like, I'll tell you what, we're just going to leave you. And he starts walking away.
But wait. There's more.
You ain't got no gold. You ain't got no ride.
Yeah, we got the gold. You can keep my friend here with the hat while I go just grab the gold. It's literally around the corner.
He's like, how. He pulls out a pistol and he aims it at Dorian. He's like, wait, hey.
Or
where are you going? Where are you going?
You could go grab it yourself. It's by that section back there, and he points towards section F. And he's yelling this really loud in hopes that Bunk Steph ass could hear him. I left it in the grass.
I look over at Marcus, I'm like, what's he saying?
He's like, and he's making hand gestures. He's like, the gold is in the grass over there.
I take out my listening horn, my Benjamin Franklin listening horn, and I listen, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I fish in my fucking backpack, and I get out the 2 little pieces of fucking gold bar, and I look over to make sure nobody's looking at me, and I kind of fucking chuck them in plain ass view, right here.
Okay.
I just chucked 2 fucking gold bars out of the goddamn ground right there.
Let's see if he would have noticed that.
Please no.
Please God no.
Oh, he sees it. But he, let's say, how do I want to do this?
I don't like hearing that coming from the DM.
He hears the sound of gold, like the sound of something thudding on the ground.
That's fair.
Because like he would not have been looking at the stables. Like he wouldn't. He's trained on Dorian, right? Like he's got a pistol drawn on Dorian. So the notion that he would have seen specifically, but I will say that maybe he catches some movement from his periphery, but he hears the sound of something hitting the ground on the outside of that the rodeo, and he's just like, well, if you know where it is, why don't you go fetch it?
I gotcha. And then, yeah, so then I'm walking that way. And I grab it.
Marcus, I need you to give me a perception check. Give me a roll perception check. Roll per observation.
Observation.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can roll observation using empathy instead of wits because of my gut feelings. So that will give me another point. So that's 5. That's 1-6.
1-6. Okay. You see coming out of the back of this truck, as soon as Dorian starts walking away, you see coming out of the back of this truck, 2 dudes. They just hop out and they start booking it southwest. I would say you have enough time to get 1 shot off. Who do you want to shoot? White or red?
Do I have okay, with that time, do I have any chance to look at Bonk and say, like motion 2?
If you take your eyes off of
us.
these 2 guys, you will lose an opportunity
Okay.
to shoot one of them.
Okay. So you said the white one was booking it?
Both of them pop out. White guy, the whoa, hang on. The guy with the white ring hops out first, and they immediately start running this way.
Yeah, I want to shoot the one that popped out first. I want to shoot at him.
Okay.
Let him know that he is fucked up immediately.
Okay.
Here's a question.
Yeah,
Did that smuggler guy, did he jump out of the driver's seat?
he did.
Okay. All right.
So that's marksmanship.
Marksmanship.
Okay, so marksmanship is 3. My agility score is 5, and my bonus on the sniper rifle is 2. So is that a total of 10?
Yeah. So it'll be 8 white dice and 2 black dice.
There's 1, 2, just 2 white dice 6s. That sucks.
Doesn't matter which
2 out of
dice
10.
gets the 6. Just
Okay.
any ones.
No ones.
Okay. Roll damage for me.
Okay, and
Heck
damage.
Yeah.
2. 1, 6, and a 2.
6. Jesus. Wait. Just roll 1d6 for me.
Well, my damage says 2.
I know. We still have not figured
Oh.
out how damage works, guys.
Sorry.
All weapons do d6 damage. Plus
+2.
plus 2.
Okay, I'll re-roll in DD dice to make it fair, but
I don't care. I mean, I'll take the 6. I'm just like,
Well, I rolled 2 of them, so 3.
perfect. So
Plus
this
the 2.
guy, plus the 2, so 3, 4,
Yeah.
5 total.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit this guy, and it like gives him a bit of an impact, and you can tell that he's kind of thrown back a little bit. But then he just keeps on trucking it this way, and you lose sight of him.
Can Bunk get a shot off on the other guy?
No, you're looking. You have no idea that they jumped out. You're looking at the cab of the truck.
Well, that's I was too slow on that. I didn't realize the guy jumped out of the driver's side, or I wouldn't be watching the fucking driver's side anymore.
To that end, as soon as this shot goes off, I need 5. Where is... There he is. 6. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Need everybody to roll initiative.
How do we
Oh, yeah.
do that again?
D10 plus agility.
D10 plus agility.
Got a 13.
13 for Silas.
I got 11.
11 for Marcus.
9.
For Bunk. 9.
Bunk.
And then what was the other one? 6 plus what for Dorian?
Where do you? I rolled it. 6 plus 5.
11. And then Tony.
Yes.
9 for Tony. I'm sorry, no. 10 for Tony. And then
Holy shit.
A lot of dip.
We've had worse sides, boys.
7.
Go ahead and create a new one of these.
Did you roll for A too?
All right.
I don't think you did.
What?
Brian, did you roll for A?
Oh, I didn't roll for A.
So stealthy, we forgot he was there.
Fuck.
That
A.
sucks.
Where is he?
By the stage.
No, I was just like in the initiative. 5 for him.
She's got to be down there.
All right, that is going to take us to. Somebody that is off screen right now. He is going to set himself up. All right, Silas, you're up.
All right. Taking a shot at Smuggler with the pistol.
All right, do it.
Son of a bitch. No successes.
Balls. You
Push that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna push. There were 2 1s,
okay.
so I took those out. Damn, 3 6s.
Oh shit. Did you roll your stress?
Yeah, I got a 6 on that one.
Oh fuck, that's one of your 6s. Okay. Well, I mean, shit. You got 3 6s. How do you want to? How does he die? I'm assuming like.
And the face.
Well, I mean,
Is he?
did you make a called shot? Fuck it. You rolled 3 6s. What do you want to do?
I shoot him right in the neck. I mean, shit. That's what Silas does.
Okay. All right. And you like shoot this guy right in the neck. And he immediately just grabs himself by the neck and he is going to fall to the ground. He is going to have to make a save. Okay, so he's.
Oh.
I mean, he is bleeding from the neck and laying on his back. He's prone.
Fucking dart in my neck, dude.
Dorian, you're up.
I'm around the corner.
Where fudge is made.
Oh, I didn't move. Can I hide behind the coyote trap?
I wasn't ready for
I mean, the coyote trap is just really just a pole. It's like a fence post. But yeah, I mean, you can.
All right. Is that here in the middle?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sweet.
Dorian, what do you want to do?
Well, I think I'm gonna move into a position. And you said that's like 100 yards where the driver's at.
It
For me.
is. Whoa,
Or 100 feet.
okay.
100 feet.
It is, 100 feet.
Probably can't throw a knife that far.
No. I mean, 100 feet, you would have to like lob it
launch
into the
it.
air.
Tom Brady.
Do it.
I'll tell you
Do
what,
it.
if what you want to do is distract him where you like throw one up in the air and you get like him like looking up at it and then you throw another one just like straight across. If you get 3 6s, I'll give it to you.
But then I'd also have to miss Tony too.
Yes. Actually, I would say that Tony is in your... Well, hold on. We can retcon that. Tony's no longer in your way.
3 6s. Let's see what I have here.
Come on.
Do it. Don't be a bitch.
If you miss, though, you lose both of your throwing knives.
You got a gun,
Okay.
right?
I
You
don't
can
know
go
how...
pick
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm doing. So
No way
I'm
he gets
launching. I'm like, so I peek around the corner real quick and I'm like, okay. And then like the meme with the math is coming through my head and I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, I'm still trying to like lob it, but I'm like, I want to say like, giddy up, cowboy. This ain't my first rodeo. And then I throw it up to try and get his attention. And when he looks up, then I'm like beelining one right to him.
Okay. 3 6s.
All right. Oh, I just remembered. I've got a +2 to my next attack or block from a stress that I got last time.
Yeah, from
I
a
wrote that
panic
down in my
effect.
thing.
A panic
Yeah.
effect. Okay, cool. I
All right,
remember, yeah.
sweet.
Come on, Shane. Can
Come
we
on,
see these
come
rolls?
on.
Why can't I see it? Make
Yeah.
sure they're public.
Right,
Do
I
what?
want to celebrate real time.
They're rolling physical dice.
No, I'm gonna roll did dice.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You can roll those to the dice. You son of a
All right.
bitch.
And then plus that's just a damage, not a okay. So 3 6s.
Mm-hmm.
There's all right.
One.
You got
Ah!
one. Wait, where's your 2 gear dice?
I was at the I didn't know how to add those. Well, I didn't know. So the bonus 2, the +2 or whatever,
Yeah.
I added those as normal. Sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't do the
No, that's fine. What's your gear bonus? Do the throwing knives give you a gear bonus?
0 bonus. They've got a
Oh, that
damage
that's-
+1.
That's got to be amended. Well, so do 1 gear dice.
6.
That's a 1.
1.
Do you want to push this?
So I got three 1s.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you push this, your throwing knives are going to be damaged. So you won't be able to use them for the rest of this combat. But if you get 2 more 6s when you push this,
You only need 2, bro.
it would be
Yeah.
cinematically epic.
All right.
Worth
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna push it.
I love this. Don't forget you're stressed out.
Okay.
We can never go to
First-
Vegas together, by the way.
First
So-
rolls of the combat. And there's
So that was
2
9, and
characters
I
already
got
have a stress.
I got two 1s my first roll, so that's
Yeah, so just subtract those from whatever you had rolled previously.
this.
So he needs 2 6s and 6 rolls.
And that
Six
stress
dice.
that stress bonus is gone, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. The panic feature.
Okay.
But you do get
and
to
I-
roll a stress die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do get my gear bonus. Oh no, I don't.
No, you
get my
don't, because
gear-
it was a 1.
Because 1, yeah. Okay, so I don't know how to remove that one, but don't
Just
do it.
click. If you click on it up in the screen, it'll take it off.
All right.
I love Dorian so much. Okay. Did you get 3 total 6s or just 2?
I think I got I got 2.
The previous
No,
round,
I got
right?
1 success.
He
You
got
get
way more
one
1s than
first
6s.
time and 1 the second time.
Yeah, I
And-
only got 2
and you
two
panicked.
successes.
Okay, and
And
you
I
panicked. Okay, so roll me a d10 plus 1. Oh my god. Dorian has the worst 5. It's a 6, total
Someone
6.
send the meme of Dorian with his front-facing asshole shitting his pants.
Okay, so I love this. So you launch both of these knives. You like launch this distraction knife, and then you whip this other one across the stadium. And as you realize what you've done, in that you have thrown both of your throwing knives at a distance that is, to say the least, irresponsible, you completely you freeze. So you're not going to take any actions or reactions until your next turn. And you're going to take an extra point of stress.
Damn.
Marcus, you're
Hey,
up.
that's okay. Dorian
Okay,
works well under
so-
pressure.
So I lost sight of these guys that were running in this chute right here, correct?
Correct.
From where I'm at.
Yes.
So with I get to move and I get to have an action. Can I do like a barrel roll on this stable roof to move
Yeah.
to like here?
Oh, I love this. Yes, you can.
Would that give me a line of sight at
It
one or
would.
both of them?
And you can see this motherfucker right here.
Okay, so that's not the one that I shot previously,
It is not.
but
And actually, he would be
if-
more
if-
like right here. But yes.
okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
otherwise
so-
you can't see him on the... It's right there.
Yeah, I want to
Dead.
I want to shoot him as hard in the face as I can.
Perfect.
So that is marksmanship,
Marksmanship. Yep.
and my bonus for my sniper rifle is 2 black. Let's
Plus 2
go
gear.
back. Yeah, so let's just roll in DDD. That's 8 plus 2. Come on, baby.
Ooh, there's
That
one
is
6.
just one.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, so that hits
Yeah.
for 1d6 plus 2
Correct.
on the damage,
Yeah.
and the d6 I rolled is a goddamn 1.
1. All right. Well,
Hey, that's some damage. You're doing more damage than I did.
same scenario. That you see this, like he takes a shot and it like wings him a little bit. Actually, I'll tell you what. Roll me a d6 and we'll figure out where it hits him. 6.
That's a
Okay.
6.
It hits him like
Right in the wiener.
right in the wiener.
Right in the
Right
wiener.
in the wiener.
So what non-vital part of his body would you like to shoot?
Non-vital part. If I could, just like his clavicle just shoots right off like his body.
Okay, Perfect.
Like, his clavicle just like disintegrates, and
off.
his arm just falls limp.
Okay.
And he's now the Walking Dead stuff.
Right arm or left arm?
I was doing it with my right arm, so I'll say right arm.
Okay, so here's the thing. 1, 2, and 3, he is right-handed. 4, 5, and 6, he's left-handed. He's right-handed.
Nice.
So going forward, every time this guy tries to make a melee attack, he's going to have a negative 2 penalty to his attack. But he keeps on running, and you see him, and you watch this whole thing until he gets behind these main chutes. And actually, I would say... Yeah, because those are... No, because there's like big walls, because this is where they would have like the bullpen before they let the bulls in. So you see him, he comes running down this area right here, gets behind these main chutes, and you lose sight of him behind these main chutes.
Oh, shit. All right.
But,
Over
anything
my
else?
shoulder, over my shoulder, I'll say to Bunk, I winged the second one. Pretty sure I saw his clavicle explode.
So don't forget, red enemy has a negative 2 penalty to all melee attacks. Let's see. So this guy,
The fact that they kept running at us at the direction they got shot both times, would you assume that they don't know where the shots are coming from? Because
I mean,
you wouldn't keep running towards something if you knew it. So I'm just, do they know that me and Bunk or just me
they don't see you. They know they got shot coming down this way, so they're probably not going to go back into that area. But like, they did not make sight of either one of you. No.
So if they go out into like the main like rodeo area, they don't know that we've still got like, okay, cool. Thank you.
They didn't spot you. I mean, they know that. Here's what I'll tell you is that they know that running down this area right here is bad, right? Like they both got shot trying to run down this area right here, so they are definitely not going back that way. But they did not spot you. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Who's gonna take us this guy? So, Silas, you hear the sound of like this guttural battle cry, and this guy jumps out from behind that base amp that you saw that was sort of like tattered and beaten up. And you see this dude, and he looks gnarly as fuck. He's large. He's wearing a mask that's made of like, I don't know, maybe it's made of human skin.
I yell, Tony, get him.
Well, to that end, he is going to run directly at Tony, and he is going to take a fucking swing at Tony. And these guys mean fucking business.
Let's see what Tony's metal. Let's see his worth here.
He just dies immediately.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So Tony is going to try and make an attempt to block it. And he's got 2. He didn't block it. He's going to do. All right. So Tony took some damage. Tony sees this guy come in, and he's got a machete, and this guy just comes in, and as much as Tony tries to block it with his crowbar, it glances across the crowbar, but it still comes down. It slips past the crowbar and just cuts him right across his chest.
Damn, Tony.
Which leads us to Tony, and Tony is like, oh, you fuck with the wrong redneck. Oh, he's got got 1-6. But this guy is also going to try and block.
Can I use cutting words?
Oh, he definitely blocks Tony's attack. But to that end, he has used his reaction, so he cannot block more incoming melee attacks. That being said, from behind the tattered pipe and drape, this guy jumps off of the stage right next to A, and he is going to take a. He's got a machete as well. He's going to come right at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is gonna. He sees it coming in. He's kind of like crouched down. He's got a crouch position, but he's got his rifle, so he's gonna try and use his rifle to block. 1, 2, 3, 4.
On A.
1.
Come on, A.
1, 2. Oh no, he's gonna take damage.
Damn.
3. All right. So Tony, I'm sorry, A gets a fucking machete blast or a machete slash right across the forearm as he's trying to block, and he's going to take some pretty serious damage. Bunk, you're up, and you can see both of these guys in the middle of the rodeo grounds. You cannot see A, but you can see everybody else.
I'm lining up on this fucker that's hurting A.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
I'm gonna take a shot at him with my sniper rifle. And I don't have any bonus to hit with the sniper rifle, only bonus damage, right?
Well, you get a +2 gear bonus. So like
Here, okay. All right.
So it would be agility, marksmanship, and then the 2 gear dice. That's going to hit.
Sweet.
Crap. And so, do I roll damage or is it just
roll
whatever
1d6. Roll 1d6.
1d6 plus 2.
Plus 2. So whatever. Whoa!
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. So this guy he's not dead, but he is extremely hurt. Would you what non-vital injury would you like to describe for this guy?
Right through the fucking neck.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, he's not dead. This isn't a critical hit. Like but like you shoot him in the neck, and same story with the guy that's on the other side of the place. He like grabs onto his neck. This guy seems to be a little bit beefier than old boy that jumped out of the driver's seat. So he's like, despite the fact that he got shot in the neck, he is a bit more resilient than Monty, who hopped out of the driver's seat.
Monty.
And that is going to take us to this guy down here. Does he have the distance?
Going for distance, or is he going for speed?
He can do it. He's going to jump over this fucking fence. And as soon as he gets right here, he pops into view for Marcus and for Bunk. And he starts making a beeline for Tony.
Damn.
Actually, I'm going to see if he notices Silas.
Hiding behind the coyote pole.
He does not notice Silas. So he is going to run straight at Tony because that's the other dude that the guy was beating up on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fuck that NPC.
And Tony can't block this one,
He
can he?
cannot block because he already used his reaction. He gets 1-6. So he's going to hit.
Come on, roll a 1.
1.
Yes!
So Tony's still alive. But he is not in great shape.
Where's this white motherfucker at?
Hey, man.
Bunk. You took a shot down here, correct?
Yep.
You took a shot at this guy. Okay.
That dude's clinging to life barely while grasping his neck and gushing blood.
So, this guy is going to pop out of the cab. How far can he get? 50. He's going to get here. He's going to see that the driver like clinging to his neck, and he's like, I don't know, man, sucks to suck. He's going to run all the way into Tony, but he's not going to have enough. He doesn't have anything left to he can't make an attack. Like, he used all of his movement to get there. A. A's going to take a shot at this guy. He's got a pistol. So after he got pushed back on his back, he dropped his rifle, pulled his sidearm.
God damn it.
He is definitely pushing this. Well, 1, 2, 3 ones.
It's worth the stress for sure.
Oh, he fucking panics. He gets a 6, so he's gonna roll damage. This is the guy that Bunk hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this guy, this guy's gonna go
he
down.
did.
Yeah. But he is gonna panic. So, 1. Oh, fucking hell! How lucky. So 2. He maintains his composure as much as like he feels like he's ready to lose his shit. He is going to keep his composure.
All pro.
But this guy goes. This guy goes down. That's going to take us back to the top. Another guy jumps out. Does he notice Dorian? He notices Dorian.
He does not.
And he's gonna jump over this fence. So this guy, he was invisible the whole time. He jumped over this fence, ran across the stage, and he's charging straight at Dorian. He sees Tony inundated by 3 other guys, and he's like, "Oh fuck, there's a dude over there!" And he starts running towards Dorian.
He's got some damage though.
He does. He does have some damage. But he used to cover that much distance. He doesn't have, and he can't take an action. Silas, you're up.
Oh man, I want to run over, and while I'm doing that, what's the ruling on like changing weapons? Like, can I, like my other weapon that I had ready for this is that sawed-off shotgun.
So the way I've worded it in the book is that you can chew gum and walk. So if this is a thing that you do while you're moving, you can throw your if I'm assuming you've got a strap for your rifle, you can throw that on your back and whip out your gun. So you can change weapons while you're moving.
Okay,
You don't
so
even have to run. You're right next to him.
He's 2 squares out.
No, this white one.
Oh.
Oh, gotcha.
Fuck Tony.
Ooh, so I would say he's a little outside of the range for a shotgun.
Yeah, you're
If I
solid,
ran-
bro.
I ran up to him.
Oh yeah. 1,000,000%. Yeah, if you want to run up to him, you can blast this motherfucker with a shotgun.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Okay. You're like,
So
fuck
I want to
Tony.
get about that close.
Okay.
Me and Ryan both thought you were just gonna blast all these dudes around until you're like, no, I'm gonna kill the one guy going at Dorian. You just ran away.
I would say that you could have covered 2 guys with the shotgun blast,
Yeah.
but like whatever.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
fine.
this notion. I love this. Let's do it.
Fuck Tony.
Tony pissed me off. Like,
Yeah, I get the impression you have no love for Tony.
Yeah, for sure.
all right. So that is.
You have a
All right. This is a lot of dice. I better get a goddamn 6. I got 1 6, no panic.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right. So the damage is 7.
Yeah. Do you want to describe how you scatter this guy in pieces?
Yeah, it's I mean, as Silas has gotten kind of the taste for it, he just shoots this motherfucker in the head. So he's running towards Dorian and just gets a shotgun blast to the back of the dome.
Yeah, and like this is a sawed-off shotgun, so it's kind of a wide pattern, but you're close enough that like the back of his skull just opens up. And as like he's coming in at Dorian like he's going to take another swing, just it just like it's just gray goo that just smears across Dorian's face. And he
Abracadam.
He is.
Yeah, I'm like, Dorian, snap out of it, man.
You got Marcus with that one.
He's done. That's going to take us to the smuggler, who is still weirdly holding on. He needs to make a stamina roll. He does. And with that stamina roll, I don't know, can he make an attack on...
It's like a broke ass key for Sutherland.
He's going to take a shot at... He's going to take a shot at Tony.
Poor Tony.
Tony is going to get fucking lit up.
We're just getting to know him.
Oh my
You're just
God.
getting to hate him.
Tony is still alive, if you can believe that.
Told you he's a tough guy, guys.
He was a tough motherfucker. He was not lying.
He is
Hang
like,
on,
I mean,
Tony.
he is fucking hurt, but he is alive. Dorian, you're up.
You just hear him yell, "Cowboy up!"
Do I?
And, like he
So do I have a
chokes through
turn
his
now?
own blood when he like he like aspirates blood through his lungs when he says it, but he's like,
I'm coming, Tony. Don't worry.
Your
Dorian.
sacrifice will not be in vain, Tony. Well, we take care
So
of
I
these
can-
other guys.
Dorian's up.
I can go, or
Yeah.
I just like finally snapped out of my thing. Okay.
It's you,
Plastic
yeah.
tank.
Splatter of brains on your face woke you up.
Perfect. So let's see. And so he's getting fucked up by 4 people. I say we just walk away, guys. Just kidding.
I shoot
gonna-
Tony.
I'm just gonna move up here. I am gonna take I think I am gonna take a shot at this guy
Okay.
with my revolver.
Okay.
Because, you know, they came looking for trouble presto, they found it.
You got these written down somewhere, Shade?
On my wrist.
I was gonna say it's like on a notepad right next to the. It's off screen, so you can't.
Marksmanship 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 2. And a bonus. Plus my 2 stress.
Oh, God, I love the stress. 1
1 6.
Jesus, dude, you have the
God, all these
worst
fucking
rolls.
ones.
No panic though.
Good enough.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
all.
hit.
That's all that matters. Okay, 6 plus 2.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It's awesome.
It doesn't matter what you roll. Do you want to describe how this guy goes down?
Yeah. So he's fucking up Tony, and then I say my thing, and so I'm guessing I just kind of like shoot him in the back of the head. And then
I like how you're like,
I'm hoping,
I guess I do that. Like,
and then hopefully that like the splatter gets on Tony, and Tony might like look back, and I'm like, I like look at him, like you owe me one kind of thing.
Gotcha. All right. Well, this dude goes down. All right, Marcus, you are up.
All right. From where Marcus is at, can he see the 2 guys on Tony?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and
That one guy's
the
unconscious?
Huh?
Sorry, you have that one guy's unconscious that's on Tony?
that's what I was gonna ask. There's a yellow, and then there's the one that's like mostly red. Is that like
Sorry.
he's got so much damage that he's...
No, sorry.
Go ahead,
I
sorry.
must have put it on the wrong guy. I think I meant to put that
I
on.
was like, that guy should be unconscious. Nobody did shit to him.
Yeah. He's full health. Yeah, he's full health.
Okay.
Both of those guys
So-
are actually.
Being hurt.
Okay, so I guess I want to aim and try to blow the brains out of the yellow guy.
Okay, do it.
So that's marksmanship, agility, plus my 2 gear bonus, which is a 10. I'm gonna do a physical roll. No, I've been doing good with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
you fucking me in the ass right now.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can push it, but if you do, your sniper rifle is going to take 1 point of damage to its gear bonus, which means you would have to
I've gotta
repair
push
it.
that.
All right.
So that takes me down from the 8 plus 2 to the 8 plus 1.
Correct. And going
Okay.
forward, your sniper rifle is only going to have a +1 bonus until you repair it.
Okay. So let me go ahead and change that to the bonus for now, because I will forget. And I really don't want to do the dice, but I will. But I'm not liking them. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Jesus
So
Christ.
before we get this
Okay.
off, explain to me narratively how your rifle takes like 1 point of damage. Like what happens during this attack that causes your sniper rifle to take some damage?
So, I guess like previously, when I barrel rolled to get a better shot, I kind of like was scooching over, and the 2 things that jut out to give you on your sniper rifle like a balance. When
Yeah.
I was like scooting over to get a better shot, I like dragged it a little bit, and the one on the left kind of bent and kind of fell down. So now I'm having to use more of my like actual arm control and muscles as opposed to these two little. And I don't know guns if that's not obvious.
I don't either. So like
the balance.
all of this sounds awesome.
Yeah. So as I was moving to get in better position, the left jutting out anchor kind of bent and is no longer like in service.
Sounds great.
That makes perfect
I love this. I love this. All right. I think this is no, because Dorian threw his knives and everything went to shit. But like, I think this is like the first time we've done gear damage. But anyway, yes, you do succeed. Your sniper rifle takes some damage, but roll your
right.
success.
So my damage and fuck DD dice, that's a 3 + 2 is 5 damage.
All right. So this hits him.
Did you roll your stress die?
Oh, I love this.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you. I forgot I even added the stress.
Hey, maybe you'll get another success.
Well, yeah, probably not.
But maybe.
That's a 2.
Okay.
Nothing.
So it definitely hits him, and he takes some damage, but he's still on his feet. Do you want to describe what the damage looks like?
When I scooted over and fucked up my rifle a little bit, I got a better shot at his left side, and I was aiming for like the kidney, but I was a little top and left of that, so kind of just takes a chunk out of his left like abdomen area.
Okay, perfect. I mean, he's hurt. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's still on his feet. To that end, it's going to be this guy's turn. Yeah. And he feels like, oh, fuck, they're watching me from right here. He's like, there's plenty. I got 3 dudes on this guy. He's going to run away. Tony is going to get an attack of opportunity because he's going to disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2.
Get him, Tony.
Come on, Tone.
Get you one.
Oh, Tony
Bleeding from his eyes.
Tony takes the crook end of his he sees this guy turn his back, and he's like, I've been waiting all day. And he takes the crook end of his crowbar, and he's going to plant it right in that soft spot where your neck meets the base of your skull, and he's just going to rip right into that thing. And this guy doesn't even see it coming. He is dead as a fucking doornail. It's one of those things where you kind of like, well, at least he didn't even feel it. But he's going to go down. There's no way he survives that thing.
Tony.
Which
Tony's like,
up
"Whoa,
next
blood was pouring."
is going to bring us to Tony. So he takes out this guy. Actually, this guy dies like, he doesn't even die over there. He dies like right here at this guy's feet. He like
So you have to
whips
shake
around,
this crowbar a little bit.
yanks.
You have to get the head off of it.
Oh no, it's gonna come off clean. So Tony like whips around, hits this guy with the fucking crook end of his crowbar, and it's almost like the momentum whips him around. He's gonna come around and he's gonna take a shot at this guy with the other dude that's standing next to him. 1, 2, 3,
Like a
1, 2.
damn ninja.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
But he is
Tony.
1,000,000% gonna.
Swing and a miss.
It's worth it, Tony.
Oh
Get all
no!
the stress.
He hits. But he's gonna panic. 2. Oh fuck! He maintains his composure. Where's this? He's okay. So he's gonna
The
hit.
music is slapping right now.
4. Perfect. So he's gonna whip back around, like after like planting the crook end of the crowbar into that guy's skull. He's just gonna whip around, and it's not like it's clean. It like rips part of this guy's skull and neck out, and he kind of flings it on this other guy as he like hits this dude in the jaw, like right around the neck, the side of his jaw. And this guy's going to take some damage. But he is still on his feet. That guy's dead. That is going to take us to Bunk.
Come on,
Bunk
Bunky.
is going to shoot that dude next to Tony.
Love it.
For show. 5 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 gear. Crack.
That's going to hit. I mean, obviously, you got 2 6s.
All right. And then I roll 1 for damage plus 2.
Plus your extra success.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
No.
damn.
So, would you like to describe how this ends him?
Unalive him.
Everybody likes to love that good headshot where it pops it, but I'd like to be less obvious. I think this blows right through his fucking left quad and right through his femoral artery.
Ooh.
And I think right above his, just like right by his groin area, he's just kind of surprised because it just keeps spurting blood.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of in shock, and it takes not but 10 seconds, and he's on a knee, and he's kind of blinking a lot, and then he just kind of lays back and he's looking up, and he's fucking fixed and dilated.
Yeah. And he goes right down. Yeah, he's done. I'd say that is pretty much the end of combat. You got this guy over here who's technically alive. A is just gonna kind of like come out from behind where he was like hiding in the stage, and he's gonna check in on Silas and Dorian. He's like, "Is everybody okay?"
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
And he's like, he looks at you and he's like, I kind of get the feeling that you're like maybe enjoying this a little bit.
I mean, we're still alive, right? Like, it's good. We came here to kill him, and we killed him.
He's like, I mean, I get what you're saying, like enjoying being alive, but that's not what I'm saying. Like, I get the impression that you are specifically enjoying the kill.
Yeah, that guy was about to try and kill Dorian while Dorian was froze up, and I blasted his head off. That was pretty awesome.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, I mean, it was, but like, still not. I'm still not sure you're picking up what I'm putting down.
No, it was good. I enjoyed blasting that guy's head off.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that. Like, trust me. After taking a machete in the forearm, I'm happy to be alive. But what I am saying to you is that I feel like you specifically enjoy. Forget it. Let's go pick up on this guy. Let's see if Tony's still alive.
All right. Tony, how you doing, brother?
Tony's like, great.
Stabilize that motherfucker.
Tony is like
Yeah,
literally hanging on by a thread. Like, even to the extent that when he says he's great, you're like, I don't believe you at all.
Have me and Bunk been able to get down from the stable roof and like move in?
Sure.
To where everybody's at?
We're out of combat. Everybody,
Okay.
feel free to do what you want to do.
Can I use my first aid kit to try to help Tony?
You can, yeah. Give me a medicine roll plus whatever
I'll
bonus
give
it
him
gives.
morphine if that gives any sort of bonus.
I would say that the medicine
That's gonna
kit.
put him out though.
The medicine kit is going to be the better bonus. I think it's like it's a legitimate first aid kit, but you can always help somebody with their roll, which provides you with an additional +1. So
I'll
Smuggler's
kind
still
of
alive,
hold
right?
him. I'll hold him steady and keep talking to him while Marcus is doing
all
his
right,
thing.
Marcus, give me a healing roll plus whatever the healing the first aid
The
kit.
first aid kit's is a D8, and then I've got a healing
Well, the
of 2.
the D8
so
is the number is a resource tracker, so it's a +2 bonus. It's a +2 gear bonus to your healing roll, but then you also get an additional +1 base die from Silas helping you, and we'll get to what you asked about.
Okay.
Corrado.
So my healing is 2. My empathy is 6, and then you said the first aid kit is a +2, so that's 8d6.
Correct.
Okay, and then a +1 from Silas.
Yep.
So 9 total. So that's 6, and then 3 of the gear.
Yep.
Am I counting Silas as a gear? Doesn't matter.
Well, you got 1.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So I'll say that.
Oh, I forgot my stress. Do I roll stress on that?
Yes, actually, you do.
Come on, stress. Did that not roll?
Oh, sweet. All right.
Ooh.
That's a crit success. So we'll say that Tony gets to... you definitely stabilize Tony. And we'll say that he restores 3 hit points. And then, yes, Bunk was asking whether or not this smuggler is still alive. Let's find out. He is still alive.
Bunk kind of grapples in the sense that he turns him over onto his belly, and he puts his fucking arms behind his back and kind of restrains his fucking hands and grabs him by the hair.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's bleeding out. Like his neck is, and he is gurgling when he talks. But yeah,
Bunk
I mean, he's alive.
Bunk looks down at the rodeo dirt that he has already bled on. That has turned to mud, and he grabs a fucking handful of it and he jams it into that fucking bleeding hole.
Okay. Love this. I would argue this is a crafting roll.
Brad.
Give me a crafting roll.
Yes, sir. Good.
The craftiest motherfucker in the group.
Gonna make a cork out of this bloody mud and shove it in your neck.
I'm pushing it. I got 1, so I get 6 now.
There you go. Okay. So he's stable. Like you use the mud and the dirt to sort of like act as a clotting agent to prevent him from bleeding out. But make no mistake, he is not in good shape. You have limited time with this guy.
Where's your camp located?
Give me a persuasion roll.
See, and that's why I spent 1 point in persuasion. It always comes to this. I there's limited time. Only I can ask a quick question, and I got nothing. All right, 3. It's dog shit, but whatever.
Come on.
Oh my god!
Oh, where's that camp, motherfucker?
He's like, what does he say?
He's like, it's close enough to get to by truck, but you'll never find it.
Did you come from the east or the north?
Give me another. Give me persuasion or.
Yes.
Fuck me.
Yes.
He kind of looks at you and he just like spits at you. He like. He coughs up some blood, spits blood right in your face, and he's like, "East, motherfucker."
Yeah, that's right. All right. Truck ride east. How many are in your camp?
Persuasion.
How many times can I possibly get this? It ain't gonna work.
Come on. You got this.
Oh!
I got it both times. I clicked it, it lagged,
God.
and I did it twice, and I got 2 fucking 6s.
What
Oh
was
my
it? I
God,
forgot
oh my
what the
God.
question.
next
I
one,
didn't think there was any way you would get 3 in a row. What was the
Neither.
third question again?
I said, how many people are in your camp?
And he just looks at you and he just starts laughing and he's like, "More than you had to deal with here."
Alright. Okay. Well, I look up to all my guys because I still have him by the hair. And I say, anybody else got any questions for our guy here?
Nope.
Did you kill everyone of the danger dozen?
And he thinks for a second. And he's like, he points at Tony. And he's like, "You mean that sorry lot right there?"
Yeah, him and Pegleg Steve and
We
Melissa.
murdered every one of them, and they begged like fucking pathetic cunts, every one of them.
Why'd you leave this guy alive?
He's,
Is he too tough for you?
who says we left him?
I yelled at A. A, you got any questions for this dude? I think A would probably have questions for this guy.
You just
He
love
is-
Ryan role playing against himself.
Going to casually look over.
I also love that. But specifically, A was the guy that like came up with this whole fucking plan to intercept the Jackal. So I would think that he would have some.
I mean,
Y'all
I
just
think
keep this guy alive long enough for me and Silas to get there because I've got an idea. So just keep him alive long enough.
A says-
my blood dirt only
he
lasts
says, "I've got nothing." He puts a pistol to the guy's forehead and he turns to Marcus and says, "You got anything?"
Yeah, I got something. Silas. And I grab Silas and we also join everybody around this guy that's dying. Come on, Silas.
Tony is just gonna lay on his back and just like breathe and be grateful that he's alive. Anyway, yes.
I'm gonna look at
I would like
I'm
Marcus
gonna look
to
at
ask this
Monty,
guy.
or I don't know his name's Monty, but I'm gonna look at him on his back
His name's Monty.
like he's
It's
he's like holding the hardly cauterized, like not cauterized, but like clay, like dirt on his neck, slowly dying.
yeah.
And I'm gonna look at Silas and be like, hey, if this group's like become anything like a family, we've always got to say grace. Tell him what you told Kittredge. Or, no, not Kittredge. Not Kittredge. The last guy you shot in the fucking face, Silas. What was his name? Rutledge. Or
Sullivan?
Sullivan, yeah. Let's say grace. Tell him what you told Sullivan.
What did I tell Sullivan?
You shot him in the fucking face!
No, he didn't shoot him in the face. He bludgeoned him to death with a fire poker.
Okay, so in the last session, who did Matt shoot in the fucking face out of nowhere?
That was Kurt.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So Kurt, tell him what you told Kurt. Let's say grace.
No, you said Sullivan. I pull out my fire poker. I'm like, you want me to smash his eye? Like, I already shot him in the neck. Like, this dude's done.
Oh God, I wanted a moment where we all came together like a fucking the end of Avengers 1.
I love it.
All together, and you just shoot him.
Dorian puts his hand on the fire poker with Silas. Are we doing this together or what, guys?
Like, I don't know. This got strange really quickly. I don't know how I feel about all this. I already shot this guy in the neck, and A already has a pistol on his forehead. Like, what are we doing here?
Bunk pulls out
Marcus
his 9mm
his-
and shoots him in the fucking temple. It's like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing.
And he goes down. Like, it just brains just like paint the side of the bullpen of the bleachers, and there's a moment of confusion and chaos and where there's like this broken metaphor that was supposed to be connected to a past narrative. But yeah, I mean, you guys managed to put down the last of the Jackal smugglers. And I think that's a pretty good place to end it for tonight.
Yeah.